Hello and welcome to my Helluva Boss reviews. We'll be talking about any references, my own opinion about every single episode. Sometimes you'll see my Sona. Episode 5, Harvest Moon Festival, airing April 30th, 2021. In it, we take a trip down to the raft ring, meet Millie's parents, and their new farmhand Striker. Shenanigans ensue. We open at Stolas' place, and him and Blitz are doing their thing a little earlier this time because Stolas has a thing he's gotta do. The Harvest Moon Festival, to celebrate farming or something in the Ring of Wrath. Blitz has a feather in his mouth despite being the top, so you can assume whatever he did. We somehow don't see each other's junk during all this scene, probably because Stolas has a cloaca. It's revealed that Moxie and Millie are from the Ring of Wrath, which explains her southern accent. And I like the detail that he doesn't have one because, despite what a lot of insecure people like to say, accents really do exist, but not everyone has one, so you can be from Texas and not sound like this. Stolas invites the game, but Blitz doesn't want to be mercenary again, referencing Lululand. But eventually he caves. We see Eminem's place, and there's an advertisement for Vizarelli on top. Millie stabs people in her sleep. Moxie's ringtone is the Phantom of the Opera, da 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 da. Blitz was calling from the ceiling. I wish they kind of did the detail of his voice sounding like echoed, like he's calling someone from the same room. They somehow drive to the Ring of Wrath, noted by its orange skies. Flame tornadoes, lava ball things above volcanoes, bladed windmills covered in demon blood. Millie's parents' ranch, the Rough and Tumbleweed Ranch. Despite the name, they farm pumpkins, and not tumbleweeds. We meet the parents and everyone has cool western costumes now. Even Luna, who came along for some reason. Millie's parents have hilariously generic names of Joe and Lynn, despite Hell having cool names like Blitzo, Luna, Millie, Moxie. And speaking about Moxie, they disapprove of him because they think he's a pussy. He also has an autistic ramble about angelic weapons, and I think they invented guns. Lynn is played by one of Brandon Rogers' friends, and Joe is played by Edward Bosco, aka Pilot Alistair. Millie also has an unnamed sister, a couple unnamed brothers, and a sister named Sally Mae. Notice their horns. If you've been paying attention, male imps have white horns with black stripes, and female imps have black horns with thin white stripes. And Sally Mae has white horns with black stripes. Along with her voice actress Morgan Agnes, she is transgendered.
Your sister doesn't have a neighborhood head count.
She so does.
It doesn't count if they don't find the body.
And I love Sally Mae because she just exists and is trans and they don't have to point it out. It's almost like the creators actually care. Also, I'll totally admit it's kind of stupid, but I definitely thought this was like sideburns on her at first. There's also their farmhand Striker, who's meant to resemble Rattlesnake Jake from Rango. He does also make a lot of snake sounds throughout the episode. He has a very original design for an imp, and even paler skin than any other we've seen yet. Probably because he's a mix between another Hell citizen, but we haven't established those exist yet. He rides in like a badass. He's also played by Norman Reedus of all people, aka Daryl Dixon from The Walking Dead.
Well, howdy. Oh, looky here. You must be the famous Mildred. Heard some good things about you from your folks, little lady.
Everyone immediately likes him except for Moxie.
The prince is our boss's boyfriend.
Millie, I am not above hitting a female in front of her daddy.
As in Stolas, not the Prince of Wrath, Satan. Moxie tries proving himself to Millie's parents by gutting a Hell warthog. Luna's totally into it. But Striker takes the glory. Look at the animation here. It's so silly looking. It'll be paid off later.
You don't need my parents to respect you. They will eventually.
No, they won't. What? I'm right, ain't I?
So Moxie decides to join the Tough Guy contest going on at the festival, which is being hosted by Wally Wackford. Stolas is being kind of classist to the imps that we all appreciate actually all look different. Wally has his own brand gun. The contest includes an obstacle course, in which Moxie gets mauled by a shark, hog tying, tug of war, and Moxie gets mauled by a shark. Mud wrestling, yes, cover his eyes, not at this though. Moxie gets dogpiled, and then mauled by a shark. Despite Millie complaining that she wasn't allowed to compete, but Sally Mae was, we don't see Sally Mae compete in the contest. Not even in the dog pile. And despite losing the tug of war, Striker and Blitz tie for winners. They just kind of expose that relationship that's kind of meant to be a secret because classism.
Can Norman Reedus sing? Nope. Not at all.
Despite what Norman thinks, he actually can sing. Sweet Victory is a decent short song that's basically just him showing off. Hey look, it's a meme. I like the detail we can still hear him sing in the background even when everyone's talking over it. We see Blitz eating cheese with sriracha, which is apparently a thing Brandon Rogers does. Moxie just about had it with Stryker, as Blitz says he wants to hire him. Back at the ranch, Blitz admires the Hell Horse, and Moxie comes across something, that Stryker has an angelic weapon. The lighting and CGI integration looks absolutely stunning, especially for something free to watch versus something like Berserk.
Why don't you ask me, little dude?
Turns out that angelic weapons is the only thing that can kill demon royalty. I love the detail that Stryker is actually reflecting in Moxie's eyes. Stryker tries suffocating Moxie, and the scene looks incredible. From the lighting, the glow of their eyes, to the background music, the voice direction, and Stryker almost succeeds until Millie hops in and goes feral on him. But he overpowers both of them and chucks them into the basement, and Millie gets bear trapped. The two have a sweet moment of Moxie confidence boost, and he had a gun the whole time. Whoops. Stolas summons the Harvest Blood Moon. But in funny detail, we saw like an imp trying to get up there with a ladder and escape hell. Stryker's gonna go Lee Harvey Oswald on Stolas' ass, but Blitz is gonna go Jack Ruby on Stryker's ass. Lens flare. But Stryker starts appealing to Blitz, saying that they're better than everyone, and they should be using their skills to take down overlords and the other royalty of hell. They've been making a system that's rigged against them. And Blitz honestly kind of almost falls for it. But then this leads into a tussle between the group. Blitz can summon Luna from just whistling, like a dog.
Okay, I'm here.
Whoops. Stryker escapes. Everyone gets their normal suits back on and we're going home. Millie's mom's pissed at her for allowing Stryker to do that to her, but Moxie sticks up for her and calls her parents out, which gets them their respect. Then we see that Stryker was hired by Stella.
Make it happen!
Everyone is just completely checked out from this relationship. And yes, Octavia is vibing to My World's Burning Down Around Me. This is a great episode. I love that we travel to different parts of hell because we won't be seeing it in Hazbin Hotel. Stryker is a very charming, fun, and even threatening villain, with understandable motives. I don't mind what they do with him later, but this is definitely his best appearance in the entire series. The animation, the lighting, the music, everything just looks incredible in this episode. And I like them setting up stuff for the rest of the series. Out of 10, 8.5. Remember to like, share, comment, and if you're new here, subscribe.